Aurora Culpo and Bethenny Frankel's ex-fiancé, Paul Bernon, reportedly break up after 2 months.
Aurora Culpo and Paul Bernon reportedly ended their relationship after 2 months. RHONY star Bethenny Frankel, who split from Bernon earlier this year, hinted on her podcast that Culpo's public comments about their romance might have led to the breakup. Frankel also described the pair's romance as gutting and embarrassing, feeling disrespected by the new relationship's publicity. 2 weeks ago, Aurora Culpo revealed on her podcast that she and Paul Bernon had introduced their children to each other. Aurora Culpo and Paul Bernon reportedly split after 2 months. According to Page 6, Culpo and Frankel's ex, Paul Bernon, ended their relationship after just 2 months. Frankel, who ended her engagement to Bernon earlier this year, hinted at the breakup on her Just B With Bethenny podcast and suggested that Culpo's public discussions of their romance might have caused the split. The 53-year-old added that while she is proud of how she handled her own breakup, she felt Culpo's and Bernon's actions cost them their relationship, and that Culpo seems to have learned a lot too. She added, Culpo's and Bernon's actions cost them their relationship, which was brand new, and who knows what would have happened. In a previous episode of her podcast, Frankel opened up about her breakup with Bernon, her ex-fiancé. The Real Housewives of New York City star revealed that she was the one to end the relationship, though she acknowledged that the decision was certainly mutual. Bethenny Frankel opens up about the pain of seeing Paul Bernon's relationship with Aurora Culpo. When Bernon's romance with Culpo became highly publicized, his ex, Frankel, admitted that hearing about the pair and the details of their relationship was gutting and brutal. Hearing about your ex-fiancé committing to another woman shortly thereafter on their first date and then being inside their relationship, hearing about their sex and their gifts and meeting each other's kids and the level of commitment, she said. The 53-year-old shared that it was especially painful for her to see Bernon and Culpo become committed to each other just 6 weeks after they started dating. Frankel, who had been with Bernon for 6 years, admitted that the situation felt embarrassing and rough for her, as she was portrayed as a jilted ex, replaced by a younger woman. The reality TV star criticized the narrative that Bernon, who was typically private, had upgraded from her to Culpo. Being portrayed as the jilted ex who had been upgraded from that my ex had moved on from me with a younger woman, and that it regurgitated the continuous narrative that he is a very under-the-radar person who had now gotten serious with someone, she said, when, ironically, I was the very under-the-radar person. Bethenny Frankel advises Aurora Culpo on respecting past relationships. In the final segment of the podcast episode, Frankel sent a message to Culpo about handling relationships with respect for past partners. Frankel advised Culpo to think about the other woman in any situation, emphasizing the importance of being considerate towards exes. If you're the new woman in a relationship, you need to tread lightly and be cautious about whoever the woman before you was, because we've all been in both positions, Frankel said. I think by sharing all the details of your new relationship, you're disrespecting the last relationship. Aurora Culpo and Paul Bernon met each other's kids. Aurora Culpo's breakup from Bernon comes after she revealed they had introduced their children to each other on her podcast, Barely Filtered, which she shares with her sister, Olivia Culpo. She mentioned, he's met them twice and, like on FaceTime and stuff, and added that her kids really like Bernon. Culpo described him as really nice and noted that his children, aged 17 and 14, are also really nice. Paul Bernon and Aurora Culpo were spotted together on a boat cruise after Boston kiss. Bernon and Culpo's relationship was revealed when an eyewitness spotted them kissing at the Quinn House in Boston. In photos shared by the gossip site, Domo, Bernon, and Culpo were seen together on a boat cruise along the Rhode Island coast, where Olivia was celebrating her wedding to Christian McCaffrey. One image showed the couple sitting close on the boat, while another captured them talking in a parking lot. In the latter photo, Bernon appeared serious with his arms crossed, while Culpo smiled at him during their conversation. A source later confirmed to Us Weekly that the couple had been seeing each other for at least 2 months following Bernon's split from Frankel earlier this year.